everybody, welcome back to Doc's Autos. We're here again with visit number, well, 4 for me, 2 for you, on our abandoned 1999 Georgie Boy Cruise Master motorhome. Now, I've got a box of parts, got our fuel pump, our fuel line, our oil line, got some tools, batteries, jump packs, 5 gallons of fresh diesel, and our light back there to look under the engine hatch in the back. Of course, neighbors are mowing their lawn again, so we might just get to work because honestly there's not a whole lot you can see under that engine hatch in the back. Let me bring in some light. I'll show you real quick of what we're going to do though. Alrighty, we've actually got some good light up here now, at least till the battery dies. But behind down here is where that lift pump is. Best accessed from underneath as long as you can get at it with smaller hands. The oil line also had a leak, is underneath as well. And back here is where that fuel line goes from our secondary filter to our high pressure injection pump. So that's what we've got to get going this morning. So now that we can see more back here, yeah, everything does look a tad bit on the crusty side, but we've proven it does work. So I think we're just going to get a couple of batteries in here, get our parts, new parts put on because you're not going to be able to see anything. And we'll come back and we can turn the key. Stay tuned. All right, gang, we had to run to the Napa store. Our diesel line was about 3 inches shorter than it needed to be. So much for a direct replacement. Walked into the Napa store a few minutes before closing. They made us a extension, so they didn't have a cable stretcher on hand, but we've got this hydraulic line, the right fittings, right length. Let's go put it on, and then hopefully we can hook up the batteries and make it go. All right, we got all of our new parts on. Let's crank this thing over again and see if it goes. We primed the fuel lines with the new pump, filter, and everything else, so here we go. Take 2, 25, 30. What? Try again.
12 seconds later.
Here we go.
Juice.
Here we go. All right, my foot's off the pedal. We're at idle.
She's running on her own.
All right, that
Look
works.
at that.
We got any leaks outside? We got air coming up.
Yeah, let's go look.
All right. Oh, stepped in a hole. Good there. Well, there we go. She runs.
Little bit of a fuel drip, I think, from that hose. I don't know what's going on with that fitting, but it's very minimal.
I wonder if we cracked that metal line.
I'm wondering about that too. Off to the high pressure pump.
Yeah.
But it's just a drip, little drip.
Let's see. All right. We're gonna check things out here. We'll see what it's see if it has any other issues. We'll let's see. It's running back here. We got air. All right, we got air. Look at this. We got air pressure. Voltage is low. Maybe the alternator's foobar. We've got oil pressure. Yep. Wander back here. right, got a little fuel leak in the back. I'm going to go ahead and brakes. Let's see. Yeah, open the door, I guess.
I don't know if that'll slide open, but...
All right, so...
A promising noise.
All right, so we do pull,
Oh shit.
parking brake, push to release. So let's put it in reverse here.
Yeah. Sure.
No.
Okay.
That's
Will
not
it?
helpful.
Okay, so it's pushed in.
If I pull,
Why is it in 6? Oh, there we go.
Oh, they're
Will it
off.
go under... Like...
no, right into drive. Doesn't want to go into reverse. Or neutral.
Or change gears.
Let's see. Well, we're in drive, so I can at least try and see if it wants to move.
Yeah.
I think I felt it trying to do something.
Yeah. It rocked a little bit. So
Yep.
There's a load on it.
But it's in 6th gear, so
Yeah, that's not gonna help.
how do we...
I don't know how to work it.
Nope. There's the economy mode. It's not going to help us.
I wonder if there's a safety feature about the jacks. Maybe.
Beats me. Let's see. On. Emergency retract.
I hear noise.
Okay, so this is supposed to be park.
Does it pull the release?
No, push to release.
Push release.
Yep.
That doesn't. It won't even go into neutral, will it?
Nope.
Here's the
Got your
hold it.
foot on the brake. Okay. Nope.
That's weird.
That may need some additional research. But it wants to
Hey,
go.
Good oil pressure.
Oh, yeah. Not much for... Oh, there's our voltage comes up. Okay.
Oh, good. That means it's good. No smoke.
Huh?
Running clean.
The turbo spool's up.
Yep, heard that.
All right. We're going to fiddle around a little bit. Well, we're back in the shop. Not up at the camper anymore. It's the next day. And you could say by us being back here, maybe things didn't go so well. Well, that's partially the case. Some things didn't go so well, but some things did go pretty well. Managed to get those new lines on there, the new lift pump on there. That worked flawlessly, as you knew, or could see, or hear, whatever you want to say. Once we got the engine primed and running again, it idled and ran super smooth. You could hear the turbo spooling up and down. We found out power steering reservoir, gallon of juice, was empty, so we need to get some of that for the next trip up there. Yep, the next trip. Didn't notice that on our first pass, but at least it was power steering fluid and not oil. This thing does drink through 5 gallons of diesel pretty quick. So I probably only had 10, 15 minutes with it, which seems a little odd, but who knows, after being asleep for 10 years, I'd be a little thirsty too. The shifter, I brought that home with me because, as you can see, initially we were only able to shift into drive and it defaulted into 6th gear and I couldn't use any of the other buttons. After button mashing enough, I got the gear selector to go down to 1st gear, but even then it didn't go anywhere. I could feel it try and lunge forward and wanting to go, but that kind of tells me that at least one of the brake drums is held up. So that is a question or a problem because while we could maybe give it a tug with something and knock those loose, if it happens to not shift back into reverse, we can't really just push it back up the hill where it's been sleeping. So I need to get this fixed. So I'm going to take it apart, see how user serviceable it is. I have a feeling this was near where some of the water intrusion was, so hopefully it's as simple as some corroded and dirty contacts. Like I said, with just some button mashing, I was able to get the individual shift gear selector to work, so that's a bonus. We were able to push up one of the two landing legs, or the hydraulic leveling feet. One went right back up once we loosened that fitting on top. The second one, we even got a big breaker bar. So A, it may be stuck, and B, we're not getting the right leverage on it just because we can't get in there very well with the side of the camper. Maybe a case we need to get the camper out of its little hole and get a block under that thing and then drop the airbags and see if it will, the weight of the vehicle will push it back up. Otherwise, maybe we are unbolting it. But I guess now I'm going to take this thing apart, see what's in there. I'll take a look and come back. But I guess right now, I brought home the old deep cycle batteries for it, so I kind of telling me I'm committed to going through with this thing since those batteries won't be cheap. But in the event that I don't get it rolling, if those brakes are still hung up, even if I can get it towed home here, I don't have anything heavy duty enough to lift up any part of that camper. None of my floor jacks here will do it. Bobcat, even if it's with the 4,800 pound lifting limit on it or capacity, I don't know that that's going to even get a corner off the ground. Really what I need to do is just get it off the ground a hair, get the tire off, look at the brakes. So if you've got any good ideas short of a commercial vendor or tow company to come and hoist the thing up when I try and knock the brakes off, let me know. Maybe you've got a farm jack or something for one of your farm tractors that you know I could use. Borrow would be great, but where I could, just a model of something capable of lifting up something that large. Other hand, neighbor's got a giant farm tractor, a couple of them, Case Quad Track, which dug out our foundation for the shop here. Maybe I get him to give it a good tug. Alrighty, well, I've tried to take this thing apart little by little, and the biggest issue I'm running into is the retainers or some sort of blind nut or something on here that I can't get off. I don't see how to get them off, and I'm not going to get them off. Buddy of mine turned me on to a place in Texas that actually rebuilds these things, tests them along with the ECU. So what I'm going to do is get a hold of them, try and send this thing down. They'll test it. If these buttons are bad, I think it's like $348 for this WTech 3 model to be repaired. So I'm going to look at doing that because having it repaired is a lot less expensive than buying a replacement, either brand new for well over $1,000 or even an unknown used one off the Evil Bays is $500-600. So I'm going to wrap this one up right here. But the good news is that while this is down getting repaired, I'm going to do the deal and sign the paperwork and officially get that title transferred over to us here, get it insured, so that we can work on getting it home once we have this repaired. Whether it drives, whether it's towed, it may get towed for safety. We'll figure that out. But why waste time on something I know nothing about and don't have a good way to fix it if I break it when I can send it to the guys who do? So that's what we're going to do. And in the meantime, I'm going to go back to working on the 38 over here off screen and get that ready for primer. So, not a terribly exciting, pretty anticlimactic segment here, but we do know that this thing as a whole runs, it goes into gear, or at least 6th gear in neutral. and we got one of those two stuck legs retracted. So again, also if we can't get that last one up, it will have to be towed home or hauled home. So that's what we're working with now. And overall, I think there's still some potential in this thing for us here. So we're gonna go table this for the moment, get this repaired, and then work on getting this thing drove, hauled home, whatever the case may be, once we get the paperwork done and we get this back. So until then, thanks for watching this video. Again, hit that subscribe button below. We've got tons of other content, not anticlimactic RV videos. So that's where we're at with this. And thank you for watching again, and we'll see you real soon. Have a good time. Bye-bye.